What's up? What's happening, YouTube? Hope all is well with you guys. Thoughts of a Predicate winner back at you with another one. We are here tonight to get into Tom Macdonald featuring Dax, Blame the Rappers. And I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Sometimes I like to try to figure out where the song is headed and what the song is going to be about based off of who it is and what the title of the song is, but this one's kind of got me at a loss. I know that Tom and Dax are 2 for 2 so far for me as a duo. I really enjoyed Propaganda, and I also really enjoyed Black versus White, which also had Adam Calhoun, so I guess that's more than a duo. But Blame the Rappers. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. Because I'm like a big hip hop guy, right? And I actually kind of have a pretty firm stance on my beliefs on, there is a difference between like the glorification of drugs, the glorification of ending people, the glorification of street life, and then there's like really dope and talented MCs that are able to talk about where they came from, and it's not glorification, more like I came from here, but now I'm here, and now I can show you how to do it, and that old way of living isn't the way. There's rappers like that too, like i.e. like a Kendrick Lamar. So based off of the title, I'm assuming that this song is going to be about what rap has become today and how bad it is for the world and for society. And I kind of have a weird stance in the middle on that. Whereas, like, I agree, there's a lot of issues. Like, if I said that I disagreed, then that would mean that I would just let my kid rummage around and listen to whatever she wants to listen to. But especially being a girl dad, there's a lot of glorification on what you need to be pretty, what and who you need to be to function in society as a woman or as a girl. There's a lot of putting your body out there and that be what sells. There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of glorification of drug use, and there's a lot of glorification of ending people in the streets. And there is some issues there. And glorification is not really a strong word here. A lot of rappers really do glorify it while they sit in their super expensive houses with all of this money and enjoy the fruits of their labor. Instead of reaching back down to help people, they tell those people to continue the lifestyle that kept them there in the first place. And I think that is problematic. But I also think that it's difficult to blame the rapper every time. I'm already going on off on a tidbit before the song even starts. But I think it's difficult to blame the rappers every time because, truthfully, I just don't think some rappers. I think it's more ignorance than anything. I think a lot of rappers don't really understand because they really come from the same thing, like what they had to look up to, the fathers that they looked up to, or the father figures that they looked up to, and not having a father in the home over here, or if you grew up in a trailer park over here, like what you learned to adapt to. You didn't have a good blueprint on life in general, and rap has always done it. Where I do think rappers can do better is when you learn the blueprint and you learn the success. If you could learn how to give that blueprint back, so that people don't think that all of those things we just talked about, the glorification of, is the way. But before I get too much on a tidbit, I don't even know if that's really what the song is about for sure. So let's go ahead and get this song going, and we will do our reaction. Thank you for watching. And before we get into the video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me. It helps me get in the algorithms, and just, I'm chasing 5,000 subs right now. All right. I want to thank you guys for helping me get to where I am. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 5,000. That's the goal by, the end of the year at least. I would like to get to 5,000, and I got something real special planned if I can make that goal happen, or if y'all is really about y'all. If y'all can help me make that goal happen, I got something really special planned, and I'm looking forward to it. And unfortunately, I have about it's in the 60 percentile of people that come back to regularly watch these videos that just still haven't hit that subscribe button and that like button yet. So hopefully I can earn it today. Let's get into it, guys. Come on with it. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, it looks like Tom has Tom's got something he's passionate about that's burning inside of his soul and that he's ready to put out on that mic, and it looks like Dax is just down for the ride. I love the freeze frames that Nova does, man. It really sets a precedent on attitude, you know? She's fired with it. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm losing my respect for the genre. How many songs about Xanax and alcohol are we dropping? How many kids we gonna kill for we admit it's a problem? Probably stop if it was one of our sons or one of our daughters. We know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school.
Wait a minute, he just said something that's pretty important. We probably would stop if it was one of us or one of our kids, right? So how about we be responsible for our actions here, you know? How about we treat the world like all of the youth is somebody's kid, and everyone. That's actually a really good precedent to set the song off with, man. I like that.
If it was one of our sons or one of our daughters, we know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things you thought them was cool. We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies, while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors.
I'm gonna stop because that means something to me, man. When I look at my girls and I look at my 11-year-old who's going on 17 if she could, and who's steady watching, this and that, watching things on her phone, watching things on the TV. You can't even turn a TV series on today without the glorification of, sex outside of marriage. You can't, it's always about selling women's bodies for women, which I think makes the young feel like they have to have incredible bodies to be beautiful, or that they have to live the Kim Kardashian lifestyle in order to be happy. And it's sad. It really is. It's sad. And I pray that me and my wife can do better by our girls, by making sure that they know that that's not the case. You can be successful just based off of your own brain, and off of your tenacity and your discipline and your courage and your wisdom. All right, let's go.
In the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things you thought them was cool.
And the reason that people, I'm sorry to keep pausing. I'm going to let it ride here in a second, as long as he doesn't say anything else that really just triggers or gets me going. Why do you think it is that kids consistently look up to rappers? I know for me, I can say for me, it was because I was looking for a male role model in my life that seemed to understand where I came from and what I was going through, and could show me that there was a benefit and a plus on the other side of that. Like, my idol growing up was 50 Cent, right? And I learned so much just through his music. And yes, there was, but that's where, like, 50 is one of the artists, one of the few that really didn't seem to glorify it quite as much as just talking about, this is where I come from. Now, there was a time in Beef where he had to wear that like a badge, like that I'm really about this life. You might want to leave me alone. But other than that, I don't think 50 really glorified that. I think that it was just more so about get rich or die trying, quite literally. Like, look what you can make it to. I've been shot 9 times, left for dead. The whole industry blackballed me, and I still made it. That's a fire message, as long as you get behind it and say, hey, this is the message. Sometimes it just needs to be cleared up and clarified, because I don't know if a lot of artists even know today that, honestly, the youth is watching you. They're looking for people to look up to. They feel like their parents don't understand them. So they're looking to you to say, hey, I want to be like him. He seems to understand me. We seem to have some kind of a connection. It's really a dangerous game.
We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts but no lawyers or doctors. Hey hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people and we like that stuff. These days you're promoting that it's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh?
Back in the days, it was fight the power and we like that stuff. I've been saying this since the Mirrors reaction, man. Like, I don't necessarily like politics in my hip-hop, because hip-hop was birthed from we're against the system. That's what I love too, man. That's what it used to be. He's right. And what it is today is just the total nasty, gross opposite, which is we're aligning with the, let's not even.
You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can't blame making music.
All right, let's go, Dax.
And love the song that make you dumb. You can't blame making music is a privilege and a choice. And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got medication straight through voice.
That was hard. Hold on.
Be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got medication straight through voice. Some give life and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. That there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun and you don't care about the things that our music help make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain, and this music is pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say you can blame.
He killed that. That was super dope. Let's go, Dax. I like a lot of that. I love that little bar about spreading your wing. What? Hold on.
Music is a privilege and a choice. And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got
that part right there is hard. Make sure that the lyrics that you sing, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember all that he just said, but make sure that the lyrics that you sing spread wings and fill voids. Like, I think that that's a good message to have. Like, if you're writing something or if you're putting some kind of music out there, I think that it's important to set the precedent when you're writing. Like, am I helping people? Am I hurting people? Like, you got to know what you're doing. It's a responsibility. But I also feel like it's difficult to blame rappers at the same time because they're signed to labels, the most of them, and the labels are telling them, don't bring me that garbage about God and motivation. Get back in there and make me a song about strippers. Go back in there and make me a song about drugs. I mean, that's a fact, you know?
Medication straight through voice. Some give life and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. That there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun and you don't care about the things that our music help make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain, and this music.
I like that too, man. I know I'm not perfect, but it's not I'll try to change. It's not I'll think about changing. It's I know I'm not perfect, but I will change. That's fire, Dax. I like this. This verse is hard.
It's pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say you can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb.
And then you also have to think about parental guidance as well, right? Like, statistically speaking, my daughters are in a better situation just because me and my wife are together and in the home and raising our kids as a couple, as a married couple. That takes a lot of the strain off. It takes a lot of the possibilities of them being strippers or drug addicts or X, Y, Z. It takes a lot of that, a large percentage of that away. Then you have to start asking yourself, why is it that Christian married couples seem to last longer than regular married couples? Why is like the divorce rate so high in regular culture, but with Christians, it's like 80% of them succeed? It's kind of crazy, you know? But at some point, parentals need to start taking a good look at yourselves and saying, am I doing my job? Because sometimes it's uncomfortable. It sucks. Like, I'll be gone for a week, you know, sun up to sundown, working every day. And then I get home on the weekends, and the first thing that I see is my daughter watching something that maybe she shouldn't be watching. I have a choice, right? I can be the cool dad. Hey, baby, I miss you. I've been working so hard. I just want to enjoy this moment with you. Or I can do what needs to be done. I'm always going to just do what needs to be done. But I understand at the same time, as a dad, that's a difficult choice sometimes, because sometimes you don't even want any of the drama. You just want a little bit of peace and serenity when you get home. So at some point, parentals need to start taking a look at themselves in the mirror and saying, okay, this is what I can do to change this situation to keep them from going down this path that I don't want them to go down, you know? I think it's so important just to have real, honest discussions with your kids, to trust them with information and to not keep secrets and think like, oh, well, they're too young to understand this. If they come up to you and they're asking you about it, you need to be willing to answer them in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I swear that I'm embarrassed. Half of these artists can't even talk, they just mumble the lyrics. And the teenagers listen while they rebel from their parents, while the rappers tell them pop a pill, buy Gucci and wear it. They say screw the police, break the rules, smoke weed, buy some shoes you don't need, rep the hood in your street. All these rappers holding guns and now the kids want some. Mess around and kill a homie, you can't clean that blood. We encourage being stupid with our music, and we're normalizing poor moral standards while we do it. Little boys see the way that women look on our videos and assume it's real life, project that image on little girls.
Facts. And also, they're going to grow up with this expectation, right, in their marriage. And then they grow to get married. It's not even just about little boys, bro. It's about men, like grown men that have these high expectations of what they think, you know, married consensual life is supposed to be. I'm trying to watch what words I say, you know, for the algorithms and whatnot. But they have to be careful about the words that they have to be careful about watching corn or watching music videos that are borderline that. And I don't know if all that revolves around hip hop culture, but in all honesty, a lot of it does. And it has taken a bad toll and a bad effect on society, especially as of late, like the past 10 years. It's been real bad, and it's been a steady decline. And it used to be something like when I was younger that I could at least be like, well, I know they talk about that right here, but listen to this. This is what connects with me. For instance, Ludacris, right? I used to have the album Word of Mouth. One of the songs on that album is Move, Trick, Get Out the Way. Now, at that point in time, my parents were looking at me like, you can't listen to this and talking about women in that manner or whatever. And ironically, that's not even what he was doing. But I pointed them to, what's the name of that song? There's another song on there where he just talks about growing up with his childhood friends and leaning on them. And it was just super good messaging in it. And I'm like, this is what I listen to. So there was always like something to piggyback off of. Like, yeah, they might have said this here, but check this one out. And you don't have that as much today. It's all pretty much just algorithm-based noise and BS. And it sucks that that's the world that we live in, but it is, you know? But I appreciate him saying that right here too, man, because your expectations as a boy or as a man in society needs to be the dynamic family. You need to find a wife. And so many of us are already married and we still struggle with corn and stuff like that. You need to get off of it. You need to leave it be, leave it in the past. You're cheating on your wife. Wives that watch it, you're cheating on your husband. Just being honest with you. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, not trying to make you mad. I'm telling you a fact. Like, that's cheating. You're fantasizing, thinking about, and getting off to somebody other than your significant other. And what that's doing is it's hurting your actual physical relationship with your significant other, because you're expecting your significant other to deliver in the way that they're showing in these videos. It's a real touchy subject and a touchy road that I don't really want to go down from Blame the Rappers by Tom Macdonald, but we will talk about it one day. And it's kind of just a shame that so many relationships are thrown in the garbage can because of stuff like this, and they really don't even know that that's what the pinpoint is. They don't know that that's what it was that put them in the situation to begin with. It's just unhealthiness everywhere. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm passionate about that, man, because it's just unhealthy, gross in society in general. And I don't know if I'm blaming rappers. I don't know if I'm blaming the entertainment industry. I don't know if I'm blaming, I don't know. I just know that there needs to be people that start standing up to it and saying, hey, this is wrong. This isn't the correct way of living. And by the evidence of my lifestyle and my happiness in my marriage and my kids and the success that we have as a family, you should be able to look at us and say, oh, he's doing something right. Yes, I'm doing something right, and I'm trying to tell you what you're doing is wrong, and all you can do is get offended by it, even though you're suffering in life. You're divorced. You've lost your husband, or you lost your wife due to, you get what I'm saying? And it's always those are the people that they're the most defensive. Like, you can't tell me about, okay, yeah, I'm just trying to give you based off of my experience, and my experience says that I'm doing pretty good. So, I don't know. It's just kind of sucks that society has gotten to the point that it's gotten to, but I have faith that with the way that we raise our kids, maybe we can raise up a generation that does a little bit better, Hopefully. God willing.
It's unrealistic. If you're young and you listen, you are one in a million. You are loved, you are different. Hey, hip hop. I know life moves on, but while I'm here, how could you write that, dog? You can blame the rappers.
That's true too. Like, while I'm here, like, how could you even write that? Like, in all honesty, like, if you start thinking about some of the lyrics from, the trash that's out there, like, how could you even write that knowing that a 12-year-old is listening to you, I got upset with Kanye, just to be 100% transparent with y'all. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. And I love Donda, and I loved his Jesus following, that momentum shift that he was having. And then Kim ended up leaving him anyway. And he just went off the rails with Ty Dolla $ign on that latest album from them. And I just felt like heartbroken for him, because I was like, no, dude, you're going the wrong way. And I don't know. I get aggravated. It's aggravating because, like, you say you're following Jesus, and now I'm like, hey, telling my daughter, like, listen to this, check this out. This is dope. This is Kanye West. He's one of the greatest artists ever. He's following Jesus now. And then the very next album, you're talking about doing corn. You're talking about you're talking about sexualizing women. You're talking. It's just gross. And it's like, I can't even let my daughter listen to this. And then she looks at me like, why? I thought he was talking about Jesus. Thought he was a Christian. What do you say? You know what I mean? I'm not. What do you want me to do? Kanye, just let my 12-year-old listen to that nonsense? Come on, bro. And it's like, eventually people need to just start, like, you need to man up and deal with the consequences of your actions, So in a way, I in a very strong way, I am connecting with this. Like, yeah, maybe sometimes we do have to blame the rappers. Like, you have an option, you have a choice, And if all the rappers stood up to the system that's telling them to put this music out, which is microwavable anyway, it's not like you're serving people good food. You're serving them ramen noodles that weren't even boiled on the stove, bro. They were heated up in the microwave. You're serving that to a generation in society, and you're expecting them to turn out okay? Think about the food that you're serving up, bro.
But your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You
real talk, why is there a whole generation of people out there acting like the music that they're listening to is relatable? That ain't relatable to you, homie. You ain't big balling like that. You ain't big dogging it like they like the music that Drake has been making for the past 10 years. A lot of it's listen, man. Listen. He's got slaps. Let's not kid ourselves. But like the music about going to the club, being with like 3 different women and buying the bar and paying for it, like, dog, you don't relate to that. You know what I mean? Like, half of us are out here fronting anyway. Like, we don't even relate to what they're talking about. And we just gobble it right up, dude. Eat it up. Pause. We just eat all that up. All that microwaved ramen noodle, bro. We just eat it. Eat it up. Give me more.
See what that feels like. You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers.
Atta girl Nova. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this for just 1 second. Messaging in the song, love it. The verses, Tom's verse, Dax's verse, Tom's third verse, I loved them. Thought the verses were great. This, I didn't like the hook. And I normally love Tom's hooks. I didn't like that hook that much. It's not the wording in it or the lyrics in it. It's just like, I didn't like it. This is the first time I just got to be honest with y'all and tell y'all, bro, as everything else that I've done so far, I really thoroughly enjoyed everything about them. This is the first time that I have a nitpick. That hook wasn't good, man. Not to me. I didn't like that hook very much, but I did like the verses, and I thought Dax super snapped. Tom did too. They both went off, and I liked the messaging in it, but I just didn't feel like that hook was catchy at all. It just didn't. I didn't like the melody and the way that it fit in with the beat, you know? But the messaging's good, so it is what it is. I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed watching it, and I still enjoyed having discussion about it. It just, that hook was just, is it just me? Do y'all like that hook? To me, I was like, oh, gosh, please get over with already. That's how bad. I really didn't like that hook. I didn't. But I do appreciate that message. I do. And it's not even the message behind it. I don't even feel like it's really necessarily like just blaming rappers. It's just a message of we have to break out of this shell in society that has us feeling like this is what's cool. This is what's hot. This is how you succeed. This is what you need in order to dominate. Like, it's all lies. We've been fed a crop of lies. And in all honesty, like I said, man, it's just like microwaved ramen noodles. And they're trying to feed it to everybody and say that it's good food. It's not, you know? Not even boiled water on the stove ramen. It's like microwaved ramen noodles that they're serving everybody. But, yeah, I mean, that was cool. I hope that at some point, because my oldest is 11, my youngest is 6, and I'm hoping somewhere in the next decade or so people can really find a rhythm and a way to live life like we're supposed to again. But, you know, unfortunately, in all honesty, biblically, that we very well may not, you know. Yeah, man, that's about all I got for it. I hope that y'all have a great weekend. I hope that y'all got nothing but blessings headed y'all way over the next couple of days. And I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much. And I'm looking forward to whatever comes next. If you missed anything today, we did, just to kind of go over what we've done today on this beautiful Friday. We started the day off with an NF Mansion short doc. You know, it's like a shortmentary, like a short documentary about just his career and what led him into Mansion. I really enjoyed making that video. It was fun, and I really love NF, and I think y'all know that by this point. And then we did, we did Crash Site by Yellow Wolf and Struggle Jennings. That song is super hard, and that was a fun breakdown to do. And then we capped the night off with this, which was my reaction to Blame the Rappers by Tom and Dax. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really want to start breaking down some more Dax. Like, the issue is that I've heard so much of it, and I know you guys like to see me react to things for the first time, but I've heard so much Dax. But I would still love to break it down with you guys, man, because I thoroughly enjoy Dax. I just think Dax is a super talented, super dope artist. And I'm trying to think if I got anything else I want to talk to you about before the weekend rolls in. I'll probably be back on here on Sunday doing something or another. Watch out for Nova November. That's coming up soon. And by the way, hit the... Go check out the descriptions. There's some links in my description that, you know, you can become a member on YouTube, and then you can also become a member on Patreon. I want to explain to you guys what the Patreon is going to be about. That channel is going to be separate from this channel. It's not going to be music reactor stuff. That is primarily where I'm going to be doing my podcasting. That's just what I've decided is, you know, the stuff that I am adamant about and want to talk about, and the stuff that God has laid on my heart. That's what I'm going to be driving towards Patreon. So if you want to subscribe to me on Patreon, awesome. It's going to be like a completely different channel, basically, where maybe some of the stuff I talk about over there might be a little bit too hot for TV over here on YouTube. So I'm looking forward to getting that rolling. So far, there's just a couple of little videos that I've done on here that are on Patreon. You can become a member for free. I'm going to post videos for free, but I'm also going to have a lot of videos up there. Primarily, most of the videos that are going to be on Patreon are going to be member exclusivity. So, yeah, be sure to just go check it out. Download the app, see what it's about. And if you like it, then rock with me. And if you don't, that's cool too. And, thank you guys so much for rocking with me here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. And thank you for the commentary. It's been a really fun ride going down this Tom journey. The Adam Calhouns, the Mises, the NF, this has all been real fun, man. And I'm just glad you guys are rocking with me and giving me an opportunity to fulfill my dreams. Super appreciative of that. Shout out to Shannon, shout out to Daniel, shout out to Alex, shout out to Dawn, shout out to Nicole, shout out to the crew, man. Thank you guys for being members. Shout out to Flatbed Jay. Shout out to Dezo, even though you're not a member, man. I like rocking with you, bro, because you always speak your mind. What's up to you? And I think that's about it, man. I think I'm going to cap the night off and go home for the weekend, and I'm going to be headed out of town at 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Bro, I'm actually kind of getting exhausted, but I'm going to make it. Don't worry. And I got to wake up at about 4:30 in the morning to drive to Aiken, South Carolina to go watch my daughter play in a softball tournament. So I won't be around much tomorrow, but I do think that I got something coming on Sunday. So y'all stay tuned, man. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. God bless you guys, man.